Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Racing Line Broadcasting Network. Apologies for the late start this time. It was because iRacing had an update earlier today, so I was unfortunately caught off guard with that at the last second when trying to set everything up. But nonetheless, we will be live with your action here in just a few moments' time with the Tour Modifieds. So that's what I believe is going to be starting, but just as a double check and to go over your schedule for tonight, we will be having the Tour Modifieds and the Super Late models take to the track once again. Tonight, up first, it's going to be the Super Lates for 60 laps, and the Tour Modifieds will compete for 125 laps here in about 9:45 p.m. Eastern Time. So we're going to be taking a pretty long break here just after the race. So just in time as the field is about to take the green flag. I believe they're actually underpacing on the second lap, and they are. So again, apologies for the late start. Starting grid will be shown at the bottom of the screen throughout the beginning portion of this race, as we had Ryan Matthews, and that's actually incorrect. We have Dallas Pataska and Riley Stenjum. Front row, Schaefer Jr., Tim Bills, and the rest of your field will be scrolling through at the bottom of the screen. Everyone's paint schemes will be loading in soon. As we're going to go green here for the 60-lap event here in the Super Lates. Green flag about to fly, and it is out as now Pataska is off to a wonderful start early on. Stenjum just behind him. Remember, this is a 24-car field as I have a pass for the third place position. Scoring is cycling through over here on the timing sheet. Over on the ATVO. Top side is Ryan Matthews. Actually, low side is Ryan Matthews. Top side in that loading paint scheme is the 051. Matthews on the inside in that 51. So it's the 051 versus the 51. And Ryan Doucette is going to be side by side with Donald Clark as well, and that is for position at number 7, and loose off the top side, but he'll make it through, is the 71. The flying back on the inside will be at Donald Clark. And coming across ahead of that battle, or successful of that, is going to be Donald Clark, as Doucette stuck on the low side, as Sam Roush is going to be making his way to the inside. Samuel Roush, I should say. They'll remain side by side for the time being. As far as the top battle goes, well, it's side by side. Well, it's not even side by side, but it's brewing battle between Stenjum and Schaefer Jr. As Doucette made his way around the top side of Samuel Roush, so that means Adam Jocelyn is going to be making his way up one more position to 9th, because Samuel Roush had just gotten a little bit loose off the corner. So he will unfortunately fall back to the 10th place position, side by side. It's going to be Brian Helm and Chris Canfield for position number 12. And then just ahead of them, there goes Canfield around. Caution is going to come out. So we're going to find, well, we almost saw it happen. It was just out of the corner of the camera angle, but Chris Canfield had come off the corner and spun out. This time he unfortunately, he made contact. That's what happened. And they just couldn't save it. So first caution of the night. As once again, Tour Mods will be coming up with 125 laps at 9:45 p.m. Eastern Time. So Dallas Pataska currently leads for the time being, as I saw an onboard shot there from Devin Morgan. So this race is projected to end in 15 minutes as of right about now by ATVO standards. And we will definitely be getting a little bit of a break, maybe an early interview, not sure at the moment. But we will figure that out as soon as we can. So first caution of the night is roughly about 9 laps into this race. And while we are under caution, as far as future races, well, tomorrow night we will have this series once again, as the Tour mods will have 60 laps and the Super Late models will take to the track for 125 laps in their final race tomorrow night. As far as regular races here on the Racing Line Broadcasting Network, we have coming up this Sunday, as the pace car lights will remain on this time. Coming up this Sunday, it's going to be the My Turn Racing Truck Series, heading to the Roval for 35 laps. And last time I checked, well, Ian Cornish is currently points leader, so a lot of drivers are going to be looking to knock him off of that podium. And then the night after that, actually before the Monday night race, this race, the My Turn Racing Truck Series, they are 1:55 p.m. Eastern Time, so midday for anyone over on a Sunday that wants something to do. As far as Monday, well, Monday night is going to be the Red Light Scrambler Series at Kansas Speedway. I believe it'll be in the Xfinity cars. Double checking that as of now, but other than that, look forward to that on Monday if you are interested in this broadcasting as a whole. And it looks like that Kansas race will be at night as well, so that's going to be pretty interesting in the Xfinity cars as well. So lights on the pace car are out. We'll be going green this time by. Dallas Patasco currently leads. Stensham top side, Matthews third, Schaefer and Kokorian rounding out the top 5. Green flags back out, and already a side-by-side battle and a caution already. Huge crash in the back. And there's some other drivers around, Brian Helm being one of them, Devin Morgan another involved. Is that Keith Jeffrey? No, it's Derek Robinson that's also involved. We're getting a replay on this. Not even sure to where this started, as we're going to be looking through this ourselves, and it looks like there's just a little bit of an accordion effect on this restart. Helm didn't get going, gets tagged by the 81, turns it around the 112, and then the 112 of Morgan just heads into everybody else, and unfortunately that everybody else was mainly Derek Robinson. I believe Keith Jeffrey had gotten a small piece of it, along with Devin Rogers in the 25, also getting a piece of that as well. We'll find out here on an onboard replay. Just a small piece of it twice even, so just a little bit banged up, but nothing too major, more than likely. So lights on the pace car will remain on for the time being. I am surprisingly not seeing Kyle Souza here tonight, as Brian Helm is in his pit stall, same with Tim Bills. Actually, he's just out of pit road. Looks to be just Gareth Gonder who's in pit road. He'll be leaving his pit stall. He's just more than likely trying to repair whatever he can get at this point and make it to the end. Lights are out. We will be going green this time by with 41 laps to go. So pace car will pull off to the safety of pit road, gives the field to Dallas Pataska on the top side. He gets it going with a great start as usual. Green flag back out. Schaefer almost made a little bit of contact with the quarter panel of Matthews. That is a battle for third place. Schaefer trying to do whatever he can to get up. Matthews slides off the corner, still keeps it forward though, somehow, some way. Matthews is not giving up that position. Matthews top side, Schaefer inside. Somehow both of these drivers are dead even. As far as behind them goes, not exactly a battle for fifth place, as well that battle for third has just quickly sorted itself out. And it's now a battle for sixth place. A side-by-side Sean Hatfield and Ryan Doucette, 051 and 71 respectively. And coming across successful of that battle is going to be Doucette, as Samuel Roush is going to try and get ahead for 8th place. The 83 of Jocelyn slides off the corner down to the inside. He'll lose a bunch of he'll lose a good handful of positions. I think he only lost 2 positions out of that. Just about 2 or 3 positions lost. As side-by-side for 13th and side-by-side for 15th. They are the 31-25. They're battling for 13th. Battling for 15th is the 88 and the 03. And at the 03 comes successful for 15th. Who's going to be successful here for 13th. And it looks like Carpenter in the 31 is just going to let the 25 on by. Oh, contact. Tim Bills somehow manages to save it. I don't know if he got loose or got some contact, but he was definitely he was really close to getting turned there in the corner of the screen. And he's racing that 81 really close, trying to defend whatever position he can. This is all in the back as the lead. Well, it's about 0.5 seconds of a gap between first and second for the time being. And Derek Robinson was a little bit loose off the corner, but he does manage to keep going. Almost halfway this time around. Almost halfway, a few laps from now is what I should be saying. As everyone is very pretty much single filed out to this point. Looking through the field as Samuel Roush gets a little bit loose off turn 4. He does manage to hang on to it. Halfway this time by for 23 Pataska. He has led all 30 laps so far. Meanwhile, Samuel Roush is looking to the inside for a few moments. He was looking to the inside of the 051. Doesn't happen this time by. Apologies for that, having a little bit of sensitivity issues on the microphone. Either way, Samuel Roush makes his way down to the inside of Hatfield, almost tags Hatfield. And just barely coming into the battle was Dante Curtis. He's on top of that back bumper of Samuel Roush. And off the track is Drew Krybick. More bad luck for the number 12. Since we are in the green, he may just pull it off the track and retire for the time being. doesn't look like anything had happened. We're right on board. He's on the lead lap at the time. I think he's just decided to pull it off the racetrack. I am not sure. But unfortunately, he is in pit road as of right now. So 0.8 seconds separates Stenjum from Pataska for first place. And even close about, however, for 7th, essentially. This could be between Hatfield, Roush, and Curtis. And it just depends on who takes what line when, as there goes Samuel Roush to the inside, loose off. He's going to stay to the inside, though, as he just barely has enough momentum. Almost tags Hatfield off the corner, but they'll stay side by side, and successful off the corner is going to be Hatfield, but still trying to attack. It's going to be the 20. It's going to be the 13 of Samuel Roush, and Hatfield still comes out strong for that 7th place. Samuel Roush takes to the top side, and that's going to leave the door open for Dante Curtis. Doesn't happen, though, because powering off from the outside, well, never mind. Back to the inside goes Curtis. We saw Samuel Roush power off on the outside twice now in the same lap. As he powered off turn number 2 on the top side, he's going to try once again. One lap later, Curtis just doesn't have the momentum because the 13 is right there on the top side, but on the entry, Curtis has got that. The Hatfield may have something to say about it. Into the outside wall goes to 13. Taking away that passing opportunity, it seems, was Dante Curtis. So that 53 was trying to take the line away from the 13. And there goes the 13 down to the inside. Looks to the inside, but there's really nothing there to take. And he's going to slide off the corner again. Somehow he's managing to hang on to that thing. Let's see if we can get a shot of his car. Well, probably not this time around. Looks like the 53 was going to make its way down to the inside off turn 4 there. Remember, this is 7th, 8th, and 9th. The 051 of Hatfield, the 13 of Roush, and the 53 of Curtis. This could be bringing Donald Clark in 10th and Adam Jocelyn in 11th. And the caution is out. Farther in the back, Keith Jeffrey heading to the outside wall. Brian Helm is involved. Gareth Gonder around for the 2nd time tonight. This is going to be an interesting final few laps as the caution is out once again. Figure out what happened. Oh no, it just came down way too quick on the 03. And trying to avoid was Jeffrey and Brian Helm, but they just both took the same line at the incredibly wrong moment. They're actually side by side as well. Brian Helm was up on the top side, just barely at the, there he is. Oh, man. Well, Jeffrey should kind of thank Brian Helm for, nosing, forcefully nosing that 81 out of the way. Because he would have taken a lot more damage. So we have 15 laps to go this time around. And 14 to go this time by, as we're going to be all eyes on the pace car here, watching these lights, seeing when they turn off. I definitely don't turn off this time by. It's 14 laps to go. 13 laps to go at the line. Lights will still remain on, so we should be going green with 11 laps to go. So coming across the line, lights will be out this time by, and off they go. Single file restarts. We'll see who places where at the end of these 11 laps. As Dallas Pataska brings the field to the green with 11 laps to go across the start-finish line. Everyone is quickly single file. No side-by-side battles as of yet. Stenjum could have a shot at winning, but it may not work. Samuel Roush takes down to the inside. Ryan Doucette trying to look to the inside. Everyone's very single file, not really making any moves. Trying to be very patient with whatever movements they want to make. Stenjum, though, however, he should really make a move as soon as possible because he is slowly starting to fall back. He's 0.4 seconds behind the leader of Pataska, and that gap is quickly widening. Seven laps to go, looking for any other battles on the racetrack. There doesn't seem to be any, although Ryan Doucette could break into the top 5 here in a few moments as Schaefer, I believe that was Schaefer, see the Schaefer Matthews that was loose off the corner there. Watching this possible battle for 5th place between the 66 of David Kikorian, who is in 5th place, and Ryan Doucette, who's trying to look down to the inside. Playing a few mind games in the process of trying to get back up to, trying to get into that 5th place position, as we have 3 laps to go, I believe, this time around. Looking down to the inside, Schaefer Jr. was on the back bumper, the 51 for 3rd place. Couldn't really get anything out of it. He's got 2 more laps to do so. Coming across the start-finish line for the white flag, this time by Dallas Pataska has led all of these laps. And he just has to lead this final lap for tonight's race. White flag is out. Stenjum going to be finishing 2nd, unfortunately, as Dallas Pataska rounds turn number 4, and he will reign victorious here tonight at New Smyrna. Congratulations to the 23 on that win. As the Results will move across the top of the screen for the time being. And 23 is going to just casually park it in Victory Lane, and he overshot just by a little bit. But congratulations to that number 23 as your results for this race will be Dallas Pataska, Riley Stingham, and Ryan Matthews. That's actually incorrect because no, that is correct actually. So the timing screen session selection is correct for once. So that's your top three. They will be interviewed here in a few moments since we do have a little bit of extra time. Joe Schaefer Jr. will be finishing fourth, and finishing third is David Kikorian. Ryan Doucette, Sean Hatfield, Samuel Roush, Dante Curtis, and Donald Clark round out your top 10. 11th through 20th, it is Adam Jocelyn, Chris Canfield, Tim Bills, Brad Carpenter, Keith Jeffrey, Gareth Gonder, Derek Robinson, Russell Brown Jr., Brian Helm, and Devin Rogers. Your final four for this race was Drew Krybick, Devin Morgan, Fred Morrow, and Bobby Rafferty. We're not going to a commercial break because we will be standing by here in just a few moments with your top three. Having a few wire issues over here on this end, unfortunately, but everything is holding up as it should. So we will start with the third place finisher, Ryan Matthews, here in just a couple of moments. Ryan Matthews again had started 8th, made 5 positions up to start in third place. So congratulations on Ryan Matthews to that achievement. He managed to stay up there in the top 5 as well for pretty much the entire night. Nothing really major. He held on. He held on to that third place while being under offense from the number 6 of Joe Schaefer Jr. So we will get the 51 in here in just a couple of moments. Ryan Matthews, do you have us?
Yes, sir.
Well, he managed to come away with a third place finish here tonight after holding off after, well, first of all, starting 8th and then managing to hold off Joe Schaefer Jr. there. What were your thoughts in the final few laps there as Schaefer was trying to make a move on you?
Yeah, I was just trying to stay concentrated. My, so, my mom actually called me with 10 to go and told
Oh,
me that my cat had just died. So,
oh,
I wasn't concentrated. Hold up, sorry.
you need a few moments, or are you good?
Yes, sir.
You good? All right. Well, I'm very sorry for that though, and man, but aside from that though, third place nonetheless here at New Smyrna after managing to hold off Schaefer Jr. So this race, how was the car handling tonight?
It was pretty good the first 40 laps of the race. We were able to pick up uh or drive up to third, and the car was really rotating good center, and I felt like I had a second place car, but after that caution came out, it just fell off. I don't know if it was just me or the setup, but I'm just glad we came in with the top three tonight. The car was good.
Oh, that is definitely good. Gonna let you go early, but before we do so, does anyone let you like to give a shout out to or thank for your top three tonight?
Yeah, I gotta thank S or Todd at SMS and my dad at SNM Auto Service and all my team members at Lydic Matthews Racing, and that's about it.
Well, we are going to go ahead and let you go. Feel better, man. Congratulations on
Alright,
your third place.
thank you.
User was moved out of your chat.
So really feel bad for Ryan Matthews. I unfortunately don't know that feeling, but we will get to second place here in just a few moments' time. Really hope Ryan Matthews gets better after that. It's definitely a pain to lose someone that at least a pet that you've had for however long. So we're going to go ahead and get Riley Stenham here in just a few moments. he had started second, finished second, so nothing really different there for his run tonight. We'll get an interview with him right now if we can get the correct camera angles working.
Anything near this?
Microphone
Hey, Riley.
activated.
Hey, how's it going?
You managed to pull off a second place finish after starting second, so nothing really too different there for the most part. And how's the track out there, of course, tonight?
It was hotter than it's been all week, but same result. Dallas has been the class of the field all week and showed it again tonight. I worked on the thing pretty hard today trying to make it better. We were free all week we've been, and tonight I was kind of tight, so I don't know. Got some work to do for tomorrow night. We'll see if we can try some different stuff. Maybe beat Dallas.
Yeah, hopefully that's definitely a little bit of a priority. As well, he did manage to at least hold off Ryan Matthews for second place. Managed to hold your own for second place as well in the process. So that was definitely a feat of its own. How are the tires after the end of the race, however, or at least nearing the end of the race? Is there any difference?
Not really right now. The car's kind of just on top of the racetrack. But yeah, it's really slick out there, especially with this hot temp. Makes it even worse.
Yeah, the temperature is definitely going to be a little bit of a killer, especially during the daytime. But on the bright side for you, however, there is the fact that tomorrow night it's going to be the race at night. So hopefully that'll be a little bit more kind to you.
Yeah, hopefully. That's what I was testing today was night, so hopefully we'll be a little bit better tomorrow night. I definitely need to try some things to beat Dallas because I'm not going to beat them the way we're at right now.
And hopefully that does if that does happen, that's gonna be a pretty interesting battle. So before we let you go, anyone you'd like to give a shout out to for your second place finish?
Yeah, just all my teammates at Wolfpack Motorsports. We've all been working hard all week. It's been a long week already. Got another 125 coming up in the mod, so hopefully we can pick up a win there.
Now we are going to go ahead and let you go. Congratulations on your second place and good luck on the modified race.
Thank you very much.
So that was the 77 Rally Stengium, and finally coming up here in a few moments is your race winner, Dallas Pataska, after leading all of the laps at this race, for this race, I should say. Very dominant car. Very interesting as well to see that he managed to hang on to the end of this. So we will see if we can get a word with Dallas here in just a couple of moments. All right, so we do have Dallas Pataska. Well, congratulations to you, Dallas Pataska, because you just somehow finished in front of Raleigh Stengium and managed to lead every single lap as well. So that's going to be quite interesting for tomorrow night. How is the track out there?
Well, it was interesting to say the least. I didn't realize it was going to be as hot as it was, so I was a bit of a scramble making sure my set was going to hold up in a little bit hotter weather, because it was completely untested in these conditions. So I was taken aback when it about handled like a dream, or as close as you can get to it with these things. So um, it seemed like a lot of people struggled, and I guess really showed the true strength of my set being the good handling on top of the speed. So put both of those things together, and it's, well, here we are talking. So, but overall, the track wasn't too bad. It was actually somewhat similar to last night in night conditions. So it was interesting to see, to say the least. But um, I can't say it for everybody else, but for me, the car was hooked up pretty nice.
Yeah, it looks very great in handling as well, since again you somehow managed to finish the race in first as well. How are the tires impacted in any way, or is that just usual tire wear?
It seemed like tires were about the same as what I was seeing last night, so that was nice to see. It was a little bit different with the hotter temps, and I'd say the biggest difference was just like I had to be a little bit more cautious to make sure the grip was going to be there, because it was a bit freer, but it was really easy to manage, and I think that's where um, I was beating a lot of people, was my car was able to manage the conditions better than everybody else's.
Yeah, it's definitely the best thing to be able to manage conditions. Had a little bit of microphone issues over on OBS, but other than that, everything is A-okay and working properly. So aside from that, who would you like to give a shout out to for your win here tonight?
Oh, I'd just like to thank everybody at Dynamic, Shallon or Roush, everybody that is involved with the Super Program and elsewhere. They've been helping out a lot with helping me build this car and getting the car to the point that it is at now. I'd like to thank Matt for putting on this event. I always love running these special one-off events, and I'd like to thank yourself for putting on the broadcast.
Yeah, it's definitely pretty fun to do all this. So tonight's going to be well, tonight and tomorrow night as well. So two 125 lap events in both cars each. So that's going to be quite interesting to deal with. We're going to go ahead and let you go. Congratulations once again on your first place win.
Thank you.
So that was Dallas Pataska, and before we not really sign off, but we will be back at about double checking the time here. Probably about, I'm not sure. I'm thinking it would be best to split this up into two parts, just so that those that do decide to watch it back aren't really stuck with skimming through the videos here. So we will be back live once again here at about 9:50 Eastern time, just about, or about 9:55, just so we could let the practice settle in, and then we'll be going live with about 5 minutes left in practice. So pretty much 9:55 p.m. Eastern time is when we will be back. Until then, we thank you for watching at least this impromptu first part, and we hope to see you for the 125 lap main event later tonight.